Speaking of the 2024 presidential election, Trump headed to Iowa this weekend, hinting at another presidential run. Saturday, he was handing out midterm endorsements prior to the November election. A Des Moines poll this week showed 53% of Iowans have a favorable view of him, while 45% do not. The former president fired shots against the current administration, potential other challenges, and talked about the election and what's to come.
Potential disaster on the horizon. I don't like to interrupt the headlines, but potential disaster on the horizon for the Republicans. This could turn out very badly because the Donald is starting to pick on everybody. Okay, you're either with me or against me, and you know what? We've seen that. Potential radar, hit the buzzer, Holden. Potential radar watch.
All right, maybe we'll do a double take with that.
No, but I don't want to
that.
interrupt your headlines, but I have to monitor that one because this could not be good.
Yeah, all right, we'll find out. Well, you may have heard about the Pandora Papers, a massive financial document leak of some of the most influential and rich people in the world. So these documents were leaked to news outlets, which showed four primary things, according to The Hill. South Dakota is a tax haven, it said. Second is lawmakers are cracking down on financial enablers who are using foreign clients to hide their wealth. Third, the King of Jordan has probably the most overseas assets, including in America. And finally, this could happen again. The Pandora Papers were a quote released by the same group behind the 2016 Panama Papers investigating, which basically showed how celebrities and world leaders were able to hide their wealth. And over the weekend, U.S. officials met with the top Taliban leaders to discuss ISIS, who has taken responsibility for a bombing Friday that killed 46 Shiite Muslims. The AP reports the U.S. said that they are wanting to aid the Taliban in destruction and dismantling of ISIS, to which the Taliban said no, they would work on it independently. The U.S. said that they are still hoping the Taliban honors their agreement to allow Americans and American allies to come to the U.S. safely. And possibly some good news. There may be an anti-COVID-19 pill in the works. The AP reports Merck asked the FDA to authorize their new pill against COVID-19. This could come to fruition in the next few weeks. And the first pill, quote, shown to treat COVID-19. This is the only possible FDA-backed option that wouldn't require an IV or an injection. The pill will allegedly reduce symptoms and speed up recovery. And some real good news that for those Texas A&M fans, the real story of the weekend everyone wants to hear, Texas A&M beat number 1 ranked Alabama. It was a complete upset, with Bama receiving their first loss since 2019 after a 19-game winning streak, which happened last minute in a 28-yard field goal. Final score was 41-38. The last game that Bama had lost was 48-45 to Auburn, November 30th, 2019.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, you know, the interesting thing, I watched some of the game. I didn't watch all the game. We had to go to dinner, but I watched some of the game. And the thing that's really interesting about Texas A&M for people around the country that really don't know, it's probably the most fanatical fan base anywhere in the country.
I was going to say, it's like a cult.
They had, well, it is a cult.
Yeah.
But 107,000 people in Kyle Stadium. It's one of the biggest stadiums, if not the biggest in the country. I think Michigan, but it's huge.
Yeah.
And they literally at midnight the night before have yell parties where they start yelling and they don't sit down for the whole game.
Yep.
I think for college football, it's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I think that Alabama has certainly won their fair share.
Yeah, 19 games.
Yeah, it's a lot. But, you know, Nick Saban, who's one of the best coaches in all of football, has just recruited there, and it's pretty hard to compete with.
Yeah, I'll say for sure.